to get through it all, I feel like I had to have a lot of encouragement.
Each time I make a memory, then I try to make it with you.
Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that I did not think I was going to get an opportunity to actually film, but I do, and I'm very excited. So I'm going to be going ahead and sharing this with you guys. I'm going to be sharing 10 baby names that I love but won't be using for Peanut. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the whole reason why I say I thought I was never going to get an opportunity to actually film this video is because we were not going to be naming him ourselves. Gabe was named by my family, so this time around Dizzy's family give the name, and so usually they give the name once the baby is born or after the baby is born. And so I did not want to come to a point where I have said I was never going to use the name and they give that name and it's like an awkward situation, you know. At this point, before Peanut is born, they have given the name, which I like, which I'm not going to be saying on the video. So they have given a name, and I feel more relaxed to now do this video because I know for a fact the names that I had picked in my head and the names that I really like is not the name that they have picked for him, even though I absolutely adore the name they have given him. So I'm going to be doing 10 baby names that I really like but won't be using. I don't think I'm going to be using them ever because I am not planning on having more kids. Like seriously, you guys, this pregnancy has been textbook pregnancy, but it's been rough on me emotionally and just mentally, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this again. So at this point in time, I'm like, this is it. So these names, maybe I won't be using, obviously not using them for Peanut at all. 10 baby names that I love but won't be using for Peanut, let's just say that. So these are both girls and boy names, mostly very neutral, I believe. I feel like I just like to use neutral names because it makes it so much easier. So yeah, Gabe's name was actually given by my family, which was super nice. Even though things didn't quite work out the way they were supposed to work out at that point, I'm grateful that they did give the name, and I'm grateful that Dizzy's family gets to give the name this time around, and we didn't have to go through the process of having to pick the name. I get a feeling that if we were gonna name Peanut ourselves, we were gonna have like massive disagreements between me and Dizzy. We were just never gonna settle on a name that we both really liked. I just get that feeling. So I'm very grateful that his family gave the name and that we both like the name, so that is great. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into this video. I've been talking for 4 minutes straight. What is wrong with me? Anyway, so these are both Tswana and Sotho names. In case you guys don't know, I am Tswana, like pure Tswana, and Dizzy is Sotho. So majority of these names, it's Tswana names combined with Sotho names. So the first name that I really like, it's actually a very neutral name, is Keletso. And Keletso means a wish. I really like this name. I've always thought it was like a very cute, very gender neutral name. It could work for a boy, it could work for a girl, and it would be super amazing. The only reason why I wouldn't use it though is because I have a cousin, a little baby cousin, who is probably, I think, 4 years old probably, and her name is Keletso as well. I just have this thing against, or yeah, maybe not against, maybe against is a strong word, but I just have this thing where if the name is in the family, like, just don't reuse it, because then it's just weird. It's just very weird. Don't reuse it. Love it, admire it, adore the name from a distance, but just don't use it. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't be using the name Keletso. Another name that I really like is Resego. And Resego basically means we are lucky. I've always really liked this name. I remember there was one time while I was still back home, I think I was still in middle school, and one of the girls that we were in school with had a baby sister, and they had named her Resego, and I used to love that name. Honestly, I don't have a reason why I wouldn't be using it right now, except the fact that Peanut already has a name, Gabe has a name, so I have nobody else to give it to. Another name that I absolutely loved, and you guys will probably pick up a trend with these names. Majority of the names, no, actually all of these names here have got some sort of meaning to it. I like names that have meaning, and then names that like that have got deep, grounded, rooted meanings, if that makes sense. And probably deep is a strong word, but I don't want to give names like Rapula just because it was raining, you know. Like, I always look at K there, and her name is Kamohelo, which means acceptance. And K there is so, like, you guys, I know this is gonna sound dramatic, but she is so accepting. She will not judge you for nothing. She's such a gentle soul. She's very accepting. She doesn't judge anybody. Even if she has got like, guys, I don't even know how to explain this, but she is seriously the most sweetest, most gentle, strong-willed little girl ever. And every time I look at her, I think about her name and I'm like, my parents nailed it. This girl is the business. So back to the point, all the names that I'm going to be sharing here are names that have got some sort of meaning. So anyway, the third name that I really like but won't be using is Tudo, which means lesson. And I feel like during this pregnancy I have learned so much, it's not even funny. And it's not just lessons from reading pregnancy magazines or just maternity stuff. It was like really deep life, brutal lessons that I have learned throughout this pregnancy. And I felt like, wow, if no family is giving the name, I would love to use that name. And like I already said, this family is given the name, and so I'm not gonna have a chance to use this one. And no, he's just gonna have one name and a surname, and that's it. Gabe's got two names, and we hardly ever use the other name. And the only reason why she has two names is because I honestly loved her second name, her middle name, and I always imagined having my firstborn child having that name, and I couldn't just let it go. And once the name was given and it was on her birth certificate, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I had this huge moment of regret to say I should have just saved the name and used it on the next child. And there was a point where I was actually gonna go and take it out of her birth certificates and just save it for the next baby, but then it just felt, it didn't feel right. I was like, this is her name. Like, it doesn't feel right to take it away from her. It's her name. And I've always had that. My firstborn child will have this name. So she has that name as her second name. Peanut's gonna have one name. So anyway, moving on. The fourth name that I really, really like but won't be using is Baballo, which means protection. The only reason why I'm not going to be using this is because Dizi's sister, big sister, has got a son and his name is Baballo. And like I already said, if the name is in the family, seriously, like, adore it from a distance. Don't reuse it. It just feels weird. It makes things awkward. Just don't. The fifth name that I really, really like but won't be using, and this one is totally for like a girl. I would use it more for a girl than I would for a boy, and it's Palisa or Dipalisa, which essentially means flower or flowers. I really, really like it. I would probably lean more towards Dipalisa than Palisa, because I don't know, it just, every time I think about that name, I just get this sense of calmness, and I imagine this beautiful garden filled with different colored flowers, and it's, I don't know, it just gives me some sort of sense of peace. I don't know why. Another name that I absolutely adore but won't be using is Retabile. The whole reason why I'm not going to be using that name is because that was also another name that would have been picked or used for Gabe. It was picked by Dizi's family before my family gave the name, or my family gave the name and Dizi's family, I don't know what happened in that moment, but yeah, that's the name that Dizi's family was gonna give Gabe. I really like that. I think it's a cool name. I think it's like Retabile. It just brings you that, you can't say that name and not think about happiness, if that makes any sense. The minute you say Retabile, you think happiness, you think joy, you think fun stuff, you know, at least I do anyway. Another one that I really like is Kotazo, which means encouragement. Like I said, this pregnancy has been rough on me emotionally and just mentally, and to get through it all, I feel like I had to have a lot of encouragement just from myself and just from being around Gabe and just being around people that I loved, and it just made me feel very encouraged to keep going and to just look on the bright side and to just look forward to it, you know, and look forward to meeting Peanut and look forward to having a newborn baby and look forward to just growing as an individual and as a mom. And Kotato was like, wow, I love that name. I love that name. And if neither Dizi's family or mine weren't gonna give a name, I probably would have went with this, because whenever I was gonna look at Peanut, I would have thought, you are my encouragement. Like, you are the real deal. You are why we are here today, if that makes any sense. But I really like it. Encouragement. Pretty nice name. Another one, I think this is the 7th or the 8th, the 7th, is Diseto. And Diseto basically means perseverance. And again, it's all relating. I feel like the majority of these names were picked out when I was at a bit of a low point during this pregnancy, and I needed something that would like encourage me and make me look on the bright side and just get me through that little hump and make me feel okay. And so Diseto was one of the names I was like, wow, perseverance, that would be an awesome name to have. Another one, the 8th name that I really like is Lidotlo, which means treasure. And this one, honestly, I don't even have to explain. I feel like all my kids, and probably this is every mom's feeling too, you feel like your kid is your treasure. If you had a burning house and you had to save one thing, you would probably save your kids. Maybe your laptop or maybe your phone, but your kids will come first. They will be your treasure. It's the one treasure that you want to take everywhere, that you want to show off to the world because you are so proud of them. The second last name that I really like is Tenno, which means revelation. I don't quite know why I like this name, but I just feel like during this pregnancy, apart from all the lessons, that life lessons that I have learned, girl, I've learned a lot during this pregnancy. I feel like a lot of things were just revealed to me, and I was able to see things for what they were for the first time in a long time. And I felt like that name, wow. I honestly would not be using it for my kids because I feel like it's such a deep, heavy name though. I don't know, I love the name, but I won't be using it at all, even if I happen to have another child, which I really hope is not gonna happen, knock on wood. And it's getting dramatically windy and about to storm, which is crazy. So let's wrap up this video. So the last name that I really like that I will not be using is Utliso, which means honor. I don't know. I really like this name personally, but I feel like it just doesn't sound like, it doesn't roll very nice. It doesn't give me that, I don't know, it doesn't give me the vibe. Although I really like this name, it was either Tlotlejo or Tlotliso or like something along those lines, which I really thought was really nice. It had like a nice meaning to it, like honor, you know, but I still don't see any of my kids with that name. Those are the top 10 names that I really like but won't be using this time around or even ever. I keep saying I'm never gonna have another child, but you seriously will never know, honestly. So don't hold me to that. I only just say it, but it's not like cast in stone at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm so glad I had a chance to actually film this video. I've always honestly enjoyed watching these videos from other YouTubers, and I always thought it was such a cute thing. Like, you have all these names and you never know. I mean, we all pick names for different reasons, but you never know why a person did not pick a name. And I thought this video is such a cool thing to do, so I'm glad I had a chance to do it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't, because probably very soon enough there will be a meet my son video real soon. Although right now I'm still pregnant, I'm not even kidding. But yeah, you might want to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get notified each time I upload a video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll catch you besties on our next video. Bye besties.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna